Well, the video on Russia and Ukraine and the likelihood of an invasion of war that I made yesterday has not aged well, and I'll freely admit that, though it saddens me to do so, as it appears this morning that Russia has gone on the offensive in Ukraine. After having recognized the independence of Donesk and Luhansk in the Donbass, the Russian military has announced that it has targeted Ukrainian air bases and other military assets. Now, I pondered some military action, given that Ukraine militarily control large parts of the Donbass region in the east of Ukraine. And indeed, Putin himself has authorized his troops, according to Reuters, to engage in military operations there. I can only presume to push the Ukrainian army out of those areas it controls. However, explosions reported near the capital Kyiv and elsewhere too, very much not in the Donbass region, very much undermine my previous thinking, along with Russian claims they're only hitting military targets. The images of queues of cars leaving the capital kind of reinforce that. People are scared. The Russian military, according to AP News, have claimed to have wiped out Ukraine's entire air defenses, for example. There are also widespread reports right now that Russia have attacked Ukraine from Belarus to the north, so they're assisting Putin, hit Odessa in the west, and pushed in from the south by Crimea, which Russia, of course, seized following the 2014 coup of Ukraine. If this is a full-scale assault, then my heart absolutely goes out to the Ukrainian people right now, who are the ones who will suffer. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has imposed martial law, broken diplomatic ties with Russia, completely understandably. What happens next, we'll have to wait and see. Will Boris Johnson send our military in? Will anyone engage militarily? We'll have to see. It's still early days. However, given that London is considered the biggest money laundromat on the planet, especially for Russian money, we're absolutely in a position to impose severe financial sanctions on Putin and his allies. Hit the oligarchs where it hurts. And anyone benefiting from Russian money or who has received it and won't return it off the back of what is going on in Ukraine now will have serious questions to answer. Jeremy Corbyn called for interference of Russian money in British politics to be dealt with via an amendment he laid down to the Sanctions and Money Laundering Bill of 2018, 4 years ago, and the Tories refused to accept it. How our Conservative government responds, given reports of more than £2 million of Russian money funding their party, will be interesting. Again, I wish all Ukrainians the very best right now. Putin has once more proven what an imperialist thug he is, and though I'd hoped he'd see sense, clearly he hasn't.